And so Sarah was talking to Smith people. And the internet's only YouTube channel. But don't think that the story ends there. No, there's so much more to go over today. We've got chores to do. We've got some serial chores. So we're going to get started on those pretty quick here. But I do want to put a few, 3 or 4 perhaps, calories in my stomach. What a time tracking plug-in. That's not what I'm looking for. Hello there, big frog. You know, a lot of people make the mistake of thinking that once a frog grows big enough, it becomes a toad. It doesn't work like that. Toads have to evolve. Charlie Kirk, who's Charlie Kirk? I wonder if they ever make one of those Wikipedia things for me, what they're going to say, because they're not going to be able to describe me as a right wing or left wing or whatever. They're just going to have to describe me as history's most correct person. Hi, G. How's it going? Go ahead and eat, Trouble. I don't need any more shenanigans from you. We've got a project to do outside that we're going to do in a little bit. God, I'm shaky from a sugar crash, but my appetite is like I'm on Adderall without euphoria. Well, I kind of feel like I'm on Adderall right now, too. And it might very well be the Adderall that's making me feel that way. I feel like I'm on generic Adderall, which is way better than name brand Adderall. Name brand Adderall was brutal last time. Okay, so I do believe I need to put some calories in my stomach. I mean, not eating anything today, even though I don't feel hungry. Fortunately, I have this leftover steak. So I'll just cut this into small pieces. You know how I have trouble eating things right now because not only do I have only one pair of molars and some biting teeth, I have these tooth root sockets over here that, like, the left side of my mouth is totally healed pretty much, but the right side, that's where I have to chew. I keep kind of re-injuring that spot a little bit. So, regardless, it is time to eat some steak. Cut very small pieces. Require less chewing that way. I just need some calories in my belly. I don't need a full meal or anything. Put a little salt on these. Little steak bites. That'll do me well. Name brand is worse than generic, is what I'm saying, Gretchen. You want some meat too? Here you go, mister. Well, you are eventually healed. Someday. I know I'm super rested because I can read my phone just fine. When my eyes are tired, I can't read my phone for shit.
You got your coffee?
Mm-hmm. I'm sure Dexedrine is better than Adderall, but I'm satisfied with Adderall. Okay, so we actually have a project to do up at the street today. I need to fix the mailbox thing. Top of the list of things need to be done because we're not receiving any mail at the moment. Before I do that, I need to put some shoes on. And I need to go pee. So while I go pee, why don't I leave you in Rachel's capable hands?
Howdy. And you better answer correctly.
Doing fine. Howdy.
Howdy.
I'm doing fine. How about yourself? Come on, Kitty. How'd you go?
Hi, Gail. Hey, Big Frog. Hey, G. Hey, Gretchen Wheeler. What's the weather like for everyone? It's starting to feel like fall here.
Well, what's the temperature say?
69.
Wow, that's cold.
Whoa, I just had an urge to go to the bathroom. I'm so sorry, guys. Like, I really gotta go. Yeah, chat amongst yourselves.
Sorry, I don't understand.
I like the way you work, kid. No diggity. Hi. It's not AI. He did get shot. What is this world coming to? That's the state of political discourse in the country right now. Horrible. You get horrible people with extreme arbitrariness. What do you expect's going to happen? Everybody goes crazy. Except for me. I don't go crazy. Let me get my glasses. Yes, I can read the phone, but it'll be easier with my glasses. Yeah, it's absolutely disgusting that people have vilified their political opponents to such a degree that is he dead? Did he die? Yeah, I'm glad I'm streaming too. Makes me worry about running for president. I don't want to get shot. Is it Jay call? We do have jays around here. They're called stellar jays. They're not technically blue jays, although they look like blue jays and they're blue and they're jays. But that's a different kind of blue jay, I guess. I left my cigarettes in the house like a fool, like a damn fool. I mean, like, maybe the absolute topmost rule of thumb for a free and civil society is that politics are done without violence. No, I'm calm. I hope you know I'm calm. Well, we're not going to worry about that today, though, because we've got projects to work on. First thing I'm doing is I'm just going ahead and watering the plants. Might as well while I smoke this cigarette. It's not hot, but it is windy. And that'll dry them out pretty good. I haven't missed a single day of watering these plants, except for when we were in Vegas, but I got the neighbor do it for me. So they've been watered every single day. Today's no exception. But look at this beautiful, bountiful bounty of beauty. Oh, so beautiful. And I don't know what's what. I have a hypothesis that I think I know what one of them is, maybe. I have no idea what this is. I have no idea what this is. I think this one here might be Gorilla Glue, but I don't really know. I don't know what this is. And I don't know what this is, but I do know this is done. This is the one that's ready to harvest. You can tell by just how the leaves look and everything. So, we will get some harvesting done today too, and some manicuring. Yeah, I heard the Blue Baron. I heard. I don't know who he is, but apparently he's some sort of political pundit, and obviously that's very tragic when Americans can't resolve political differences peacefully. That's not how America's supposed to be. Well, that's watering. Time for me to clean up Sleepy Week mess. During Sleepy Week, I get so lazy, so very, very lazy, that I just start throwing cigarette butts on the ground back here in a big pile. Figure, I'll clean them up when I get out, or weeks from now. And that's what's happening right now. Oh, yeah, yeah. Just, yeah, that. Push those over there. Okay, so now we have a little pile of trash building here. See? Wow, hear that wind? Really looking like we might get some weather. We got some earlier. I drove to town earlier, it was raining enough that like my window got all cleaned off and everything. Alright, well that's a little better. That's a little better. Hi Rachel Strauss. I remember you from such marriages as my own. Sour diesel? I did not grow any sour diesel. I know that the ones that I got this year include Sirius Black, London Pound Cake, and Durban Poison, but I don't remember the other two I got. You probably just need more sleep, Gelt. When I feel bad, it's almost always that I am lacking in sleep. Okay. 12 is better, if you can. Can I reduce them to a resin? What, these weeds? I don't know how to do that. Like make concentrate, I've never tried to make it. I don't know how to do that. And unless you've got like a super expensive centrifuge, you're going to be using some kind of solvent. I don't really want that, to mess around with that, you know? Although it seems to me, you should be able to make concentrate with alcohol. Like, you know, if you get a bottle of gin or something, and you fill like a jar full of packed in tight weed and fill that over with gin, and then pour out the gin after it soaks for a day or two, let the gin evaporate, and then put more gin on top of the, or vodka, you know, on top of the weed. Do it again until it comes out like not green, the liquid. And then scrape up the dried up part after the alcohol's gone. That might work. I don't know. Hello, Winston's mom. Yes, Everclear would be most effective, but we're not allowed to buy Everclear in California. They don't have it. I don't even think they have Bacardi 151 anymore. Not that I want to use the dark liquor anyway, but headed back to San Antonio for hanging with Acacia for a few days at the airport in Vegas. They're at the airport right now in Vegas. You didn't hang out with Acacia for a few days in the airport at Vegas, though. Yeah, they don't have it here. I think I'm going to fertilize a little bit more, actually. I've got this Alaska fish fertilizer, which is basically ground up fish. I didn't put any on the one at the very end because it's basically done. That smells disgusting, but you know, the plants like it. It totally smells like fish. You guys probably can't smell it from over there, but trust me, it does. I give them a bit extra water here because I want to dilute the fish emulsion a bit, make sure it doesn't burn the plants. Not that it would burn these plants anyway, these plants are so big. Might burn the littlest one. But a little extra fertilizer for the final push through the budding. I think they'll appreciate that. I gave them a little bit about a week ago. Give them a little more now. You watched the new Skinwalker Ranch season? Is it good? You got soul aids? Well, and just don't have sex with somebody's soul. Oh, Rachel, Skinwalker Ranch is anything but sweet. It's full of paranormal nonsense. Monsters, aliens, everything. So if you were here yesterday, you may have, maybe it was yesterday, you may have heard a conversation about the neighbors giving Rachel a weird stare down. Hi, Chicken Whiskers. And me hypothesizing maybe they saw the wheat plants, but Rachel and I walked up to the street. We both agree that it'd be pretty darn hard to spot them from the street. They just blend right in with the green behind them and stuff, you know. It's not impossible, but it's very unlikely. It's like next year I think I'll go too deep from the middle of this so that you can't see it from the street at all. Gee, are you being needlessly provocative and offensive again? Alright, good enough. Watered, we're fertilized. We're ready to win all the prizes. Now I'm gonna put on some shoes. You can watch me put on my shoes. I'm foregoing socks. That's okay. Once I realized I don't really have to put socks on, it became much less of an intimidation factor to put shoes on, you know. And I kind of want to put my shoes on, but it's such a big commitment because then I got to put on my socks. I think I'll take this wheelbarrow up there. I think I need this though. You guys want to get in the wheelbarrow? Okay. There you go. That's not going to work. Okay. Let me lower it. So it has more stability. There. Now it's nice and stable. Let's take the wheelbarrow up the street first. All right. Now we should go forwards instead of backwards. Spoke too soon. Now we can go forward instead of backwards. Now here's the deal though. If I take you all the way up the street We might lose connectivity, but I'll take a chance. If we do, then I'll have to move it to this. The truth is, I'm not convinced that there are any kinds of barrows other than wheelbarrows. Okay. Let's go get a couple of tools we're going to need. And we'll get the little wilderness cart because we're going to need that as well. A wheelbarrow. There's no such thing as a wheelbarrow. I'm going to need the little wilderness cart because I have to transport some stuff up there that I definitely don't want to carry. Hi, Cameron. Oh, you're about to use your ski barrow. Is it that snowy in Sierra Madre already? Little wilderness cart, right? Crap. Keys. So, Cameron, you got a date for us?
Yeah.
We're looking forward to having you visit.
There we are.
Your hot air barrow. Well, that's the best kind of barrow of all. There we go. You're gonna go eat a Cracker Barrel? No, Ruben, you got it all wrong. That's a barrel. Barrels and barrels are very different. I guess Cracker Barrel is kind of like hip now or something. Is that true? Is it like Cracker Barrel is like the hip place to eat? Is it like the GameStop of restaurants? People just arbitrarily decided, I want that thing, even though I never go there. All right, cool. End of September sounds good. Do this shit. We're gonna go to get harmonicas. They sell harmonicas at Cracker Barrel. Yeah, well, you know, gee, it's just a utility vehicle, so it's not like high performance or something. wish I hadn't parked that way. Oh well. It'll be fine. Alright, so check this out. Yeah, you can try both the mattresses out, see which one you like better, you know. Or if the mattresses still aren't firm enough for you, Cameron, I could put a couple of these boards down on top of the bed, and you can sleep on these boards. That'd be nice and firm for you. Alright, things we're getting from back here for up there. We are getting this shovel. Of course, there's a small possibility that you might be here at the same time that Iago is here. He said he's coming September. I have my doubts, but I haven't heard from him in a few weeks about it, so we'll see. Yeah, these are dry boards, no water. So I got that thing. Now I'm going to get this. But then the big job is yet to come. Because I went to Oakhurst Rock in Oakhurst to get rocks. And I said, okay, I'm gonna get some of these RR1, which stands for River Rock 1. And they said, okay, how many bags do you want? I said, how much does the bag weigh? They said 60 to 75 pounds. So I said, give me 3 of them, but that's like at the limit of my lifting things up, really. I like the 40-pound bags of cement because they're so much easier to lift. Here are the rocks. Okay, we got the rocks. Now it's time to take off this jacket. Too bad the bathrooms between them, or we could just cut a portal in between the 2 rooms. The gams, you know, oh my gosh, how cool! How awesome! Look at that. My favorite. I love praying mantises. I wish I could find some bugs for it to eat. Let me see if I can get it one. I love to feed praying mantis. Look at the praying mantis.
Praying mantis. Oh my god, I love praying mantises.
I love them too.
They're really good luck.
I want to find a bug to feed it.
Okay, I'm gonna stay there I'm gonna take a picture of it.
Okay. You know, this is a naturally occurring one. Sometimes I'm familiar with that. You can release. They come in a little like pod, and then it opens up, and then they come and go in your garden. Let's see if I can find a bug for it.
You beautiful creature, you.
I got something.
Good job. Look at you. Oh,
Go get it, praying mantis. Go get it. Let me probably put it up higher.
oh, he's so cool. It's so cool. I don't know if it's a she or I don't know.
He's in his web now. Maybe his spider will get him. I mean, maybe the praying mantis will get him.
Oh my god, I love seeing its little like eyes and head move. It's
Go get it, praying mantis. Go get it. Go get it, though. I guess he doesn't want to go get it.
maybe it's just hanging out. It's blessing our home.
It's probably a girl. I think the girls are the bigger ones,
Oh yeah?
but I'm not sure.
I don't think I've ever seen one so big. Or it's been a really long time. Hi everyone. Whoa, I look like a mess.
I'm gonna take this stuff up to the curve up there.
She says, how about just let it be?
I did let it be. I tried to be one thing and then I quit. Alright?
Ow. Takes the biscuit. Take that honey sauce.
Where's the keys? I left them in the kitchen. Go away.
So we'll sit here for a while, you and I, and then I'll take you guys up to the street to see the work that Eric's done. What are the best and worst driveway animals lately? Probably the worst are turkeys. Eric's kind of like his patience for turkeys has gone down quite substantially because they eat a lot of the seeds that we leave out for the birds and the squirrels. So he has to chase them away. The best is definitely this praying mantis, like for sure. Like that's such a good sign of luck. Because they're shy. The daddy longlegs doesn't know what to do, but it's definitely escaping, that's for sure. The best is definitely the best also are the butterflies, and I've seen a couple of ladybugs too in the summer. Have you seen any animals recently, Cam? Have you seen any bears? Or we know that there's like lion mountains. Eric saw one of the mountain lions mountain lions across the gully, and he heard rustling, and he looked in the direction and he saw like two like green eyes stare back at him. Camo says, I had a little yellow bird that would come tap at his reflection in my windows. That was fun. I took pics and drew him. That's cool. Birds are fun. We get a lot of Stellar's jays. They trapped 2 bears recently, so the break-in stopped. Oh my god, they would break in? Would they like tear at the door? That's really scary. I wonder what kind of bird the little yellow bird was. Maybe he was tapping at his reflection and also tapping to say hello to you. I'm like, there's 3 people here? Like, no one's talking? What happened? I swear I'm fairly interesting. They push in doors and break through large windows in my canyon. They have taught their cubs so it reoccurs. Oh, that's so bananas. That's really scary. They're home invaders. Like, I'm thinking about like getting like, maybe I'll sit in the sun. Come sit in the sun with me. Now it goes in. People are recommended to keep their windows closed, but I can't follow that. I put chairs and motorcycle in front of my windows. I leave open. That's good. I'm being quiet because I'm eating lunch and trying to Google Young's word for locus, i.e. individuation, G referenced. Oh, interesting. I made my lunch too. I have lunch inside to eat. Now there's 9 people here. Hello, hello, hello. To all the strangers here, yes, I know that my nose looks like a butt. I know that I have a short neck. So, like, all these things that you're, like, planning on saying if you're trolling, I've already heard. I know my eyebrows are weird. It's like, fucking, like, being involved with, no, I'm not single. I'm married to Eric. Eric is up here. I'm going to take you guys to him pretty soon. He's up at the mailbox working on the pathway to the mailbox because we haven't been getting our mail because we didn't fix the pathway. It's like really bumpy. I'm gonna get my my lunch and sunglasses. I'll be right back. I like Eric. Do you like Chubby Wild Man? I'm glad you do, Kamoto. What did everyone have for lunch? I'm having the store brand yakisoba, which doesn't taste anything like yakisoba, but it tastes like top ramen that's like in the package, but you don't have to boil it in the water in a pot. Like you can just put water in this container, put it in the microwave for 4 minutes, and then it's done. Ooh. Winston's mom says I'm having fish and chips with coleslaw, a few slices of orange, plus a few, plus a spoonful or two of Sonic Heath Blast. Ooh, look at you. Camora says, whack Vegas Collective Gorilla Glue so far for lunch. I'm sorry to hear that. Do you like Gorilla Glue? Do you think Gorilla Glue is better than Crazy Glue? Not to eat, but to use. So yeah, I was sitting out here on like the front porch area, and like the neighbor like was being real creepy. So I went inside. I was talking on the phone. I was talking to Kami, and we might have been talking like political stuff. There's a possibility we were talking about human rights, and I don't know if I was talking too loud. I don't know. And I don't know what the deal was at all, but he was being a real creeper, and I just don't. Oh my god, what is that? What is that? Oh my god, I have a bee in my hair. Oh my god, please go away. Please go away. Oh my gosh, it's stuck in my hair. Oh my god, just go away. Oh. Ah! Ah, it's on my finger. Ah. God. I'll take that as good luck too. Oh my god. I've always wanted like a butterfly to land on me, but I never thought a bee would. It went away. I find that with bees, usually if you do let them go, like, but I just didn't want it on me. Thanks, Rubinar. Just come true. I'm gonna get my coffee. I'm gonna chat with you guys for a little bit. Then we're gonna go up to the hill to see how Eric's doing. Thanks, Gamodo. No, I'm not phobic of bees, and I'm not allergic to bees. Thanks, Winston's mom. So, okay, I have a story about a bee. I've never been unintentionally stung by a bee, but when I was in preschool, I never liked school as a kid. I was always very, very shy and awkward. So I had friends, but I didn't like being in school, so I wanted to be home. So I saw this bee. So I'm like, what? Preschool, you're like 5, 4 or 5. So I'm like, I don't want to go to school. I see this bee on our railing to go down to the steps, and I put my wrist and I like stung myself on the bee, thinking that like I would get away with not having to go to school. Nope. once my mom iced me up and wrapped me up, I was right off to school again. So it didn't work. My plan to get stung by a bee and get out of school didn't work. I mean, I definitely was a little scared with the bee just now. Yeah, I really didn't want to go to school. There were a lot of times where I didn't want to go to school, to be honest with you. It's just that it's not, and it's not like I didn't have friends. I had friends. It was just, um, like in a way, I didn't feel like I belonged really. Um, and that I was a weirdo. Winston's mom says, I tried one time to skip school and told my grandmother that I felt ill. She took me to a doctor, and guess what? I had a very real infection. Oh my God. And I got to skip school for a week. Didn't even realize it. Wow. You faked being, like, you almost like you manifested it. Dude, I don't even know who Charlie Kirk is, but that is so sad. And it's so scary to me that people can just be out living their lives. Like, I don't know if he was on like, I don't know the specifics of like what happened, but the fact that like you like a person could be out just being themselves, and because of their political affiliation like could get killed. It's really scary. I'm so sorry to hear that. It makes me so sad. It's scary. And that's why when the neighbor was doing like suspicious behavior around here, like he fucking like stared at me. Like I was sitting down on the porch here. He was going up the driveway and specifically like looked at me. Like we made eye contact and I was like, okay. Like it made me scared. Like, and then I was like, shit, like, from now on, if I'm talking to Kami and we're talking politics, like, I'm gonna sit in the backyard because you know, I don't, yeah, that is irrelevant. If he's extreme, who cares? His, your political affiliation should not be a reason for. So we have neighbors like up the hill, Cam. Like I'm sure you can't see it from where we are, but they're up the hill. And it was the weirdest thing. So like yeah, like so he came around the block, he stared at me as he was going up into the driveway. And then another car came down the driveway, left to go like into town. And then this truck, the same one, like did a U-turn. Yeah, I mean, I might have been talking politics. I might have been talking about human rights. Like, when it comes to politics and me, I don't know legislation. I don't know a lot. Damn, Rubinar, wow. I hope they don't retaliate. It's too much. It's too much. But see, that's when you have, when you have, people who are in office who are kind of outlaws, like there's going to be chaos because there's already so much chaos. It's just you don't think there'll be retaliation? I mean, I hope not. It's just like I feel like it's so scary now. Like I feel like like I said, like I can't talk because like I'm very pro LGBTQ plus community. I'm very women's rights. I'm very like even right now I'm like shit like who's seeing hearing me. Um I'm not I'm not like crazy left because um I I just don't, but I believe in human rights. Oh, retaliation and hey Lori G. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I like your profile picture. What do you think about Kelsey and Taylor Swift's engagement? Well, there's talks about women's rights being taken away. There's, been light talk about taking away the women's right to vote. They're talking about taking away gay marriage. It's like so upsetting. Like stuff that like people have fought for generations are now being taken away. I'm happy for them too. Lori G. Um, I wonder, like I'm happy for them, but this YouTuber, you haven't heard any of that? It's 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 true though, SB Uni. Hi, Raphael. You mean Eric, and he's not an old man. He's up and he's up at the he's fixing the driveway before the mailbox because the postwoman is not happy with the ground that leads like that is like right in front of the like here's the mailbox, here's the ground, and it's like bumpy. So Eric's flattening it out so we could get our mail. I don't think it's scare tactics. I think it's real people who really think that um that really think that rights should be taken away. It's extreme, but it's not off the table. Raphael, thank you. I'm spilling my coffee. On a lighter note, what in your opinion, which MBTI type is the worst at multitasking? I think the best at multitasking is either ESTJ or INTJ. The worst at multitasking, you gotta have. I'm not Mexican, I'm American. My ancestry is half Italian, half Italian, part like English and Czechoslovakian. Not that there's anything wrong with being Mexican. All right, I gotta go to the bathroom again. I'm gonna put you guys outside. Shit, like I can't do shit. I swear. Okay, so I think it's people who my like 4 slot SE is weak. So like multitasking, like I'll do a lot of things. Like not if I'm on the phone talking to someone and trying to do things at the same time, I'm gonna mess up. I don't know. I'm not gonna share my good luck, y'all. What just happened? Where's Eric? Alright, I'm gonna leave you guys up here, out here for a moment. Yeah, it's really sad. I don't even know who Charlie Kirk was, but mine's coffee. Yeah. Talk amongst yourselves.
Doing good.
You guys have a good day.
You too.
Thank you.
Oh, I was just gonna take the.
Pick it up there.
Yeah.
We can go look. I need more bags of rocks.
Okay.
I'm a little shy on rocks. So, you want to come look?
Yeah. Oh wow. Good job.
It only goes to right there.
That looks like it's gonna be great though.
Hopefully they'll be okay with it. You know, I'm really tempted to I still want to get more rocks, but once we get the next bag of rocks, probably 3 more bags of rocks,
I have to go to the bathroom again.
then I wouldn't hate the idea of pouring mortar over the rocks, making a little cobblestone thing. It's gorgeous. Oh, it's fucking insanely gorgeous. It's crazy. It's so nice. This is September, early September. It's usually 1,000,000 degrees early September. The high today is 72. How nice is that? It doesn't get much better than that. Modern technology is a huge boon, especially when you're trying to live stream. Back when I tried to live stream with smoke signals, nobody tuned in, and even if they did, I had no way of knowing. Yeah. It's also, inspiring. I know. The propane tank's not the most scenic backdrop. Fine. Let's get scenic up in here. There. That's a nice scenic backdrop. If you love scenery and intermittent words, you're going to love talking with famous people. How much property rate in your area? Well, this house cost $500,000, but we bought another house in the neighborhood for just $270,000. So it depends on how nice the house is and how much land it has. This has just 1 acre, but it's a really nice house. The house has like everything a house can have. It's got a laundry room with a laundry sink that's separated from everything. It's got washing machine and dryer, dishwasher, trash compactor, whole house vacuum. It's got a big hanging foyer ceiling fan, central heating and air. It's got a deck. It's got a hill in the backyard, and it's got a little shed down there. So that's why this house was much more expensive than that other house. That other house didn't even have air conditioning. Oh yeah, we got wild animals here. I'm having to chase the turkeys off every day. I put the seeds out here for the squirrels and the blue jays, not for the turkeys. But the turkeys have found the spot. Now they come and they try. The squirrels spend all their time gathering their seeds and burying them in places, right? And then the turkeys just come and dig up all the seeds and steal them. We've seen bears. I've not seen actually a mountain lion, but I've encountered evidence of one on 2 occasions. Once I saw the eye shine of a mountain lion across the gully there. It must have been a mountain lion because they were fairly far apart and fairly high up, you know. And on 2 occasions I've seen big cat prints in the snow. You know, just walking up my driveway. But that's only when it snows, obviously. Cats don't leave very good prints in concrete. Alright, that pack of cigarettes is cashed. That means it's time for a new pack of cigarettes. Any aliens here? I've yet to see any aliens, but I'm got my fingers crossed. I've also yet to see any Sasquatches or Yetis. I've seen no chupacabras. Rachel and I did see possibly a Mothman larva. A gigantic caterpillar beyond the size of any normal caterpillar. But that's as cryptid as we get around here. Obviously, we've got several Loch Ness monsters, but I don't really count those because they're pretty common. So, how many Loch Ness monsters can I put you down for? I don't think I actually need any Loch Ness monsters. Mini is a woman car. A man car is an SUV. Well, I'm very happy in my woman car because it's perfect for up here. It's got very low center of gravity, very sporty suspension. It's a stick shift too. So I live up in the mountains with lots of little windy roads. It's kind of critically important to have a stick shift and have good handling. I thought when I moved up here I was going to maybe sell the Mini and get a truck, but turns out the Mini's perfect. I don't go through brakes nearly as fast as other people because I can downshift. Yeah, well, obviously, I'm assuming a Loch Ness is going to naturally take up residence in the pond. Okay, so I shouldn't have to go pursue one. Hi, goals are for you. Goals aren't for me, but maybe your name's not directed at me. So I'm thinking, my next order of business, I've got two possibilities. I could do some ponding, which is long overdue. I've had like 3 weeks. I had like a 3 week long sleepy week this time. It's crazy. You've been in Arizona for a while. What have you been doing in Arizona? Raphael, you are incorrect. Cigarettes are good for my health. They're not good for other people's health. But I checked my stats screen, and one of my special skills is convert cigarette smoking to good health. Maybe you might not be able to see your own stats screen. Only special reincarnated isekai people like me can do that. You're looking for a small property to come and go from New Jersey? That's right, Raphael. It's a very important protein/enzyme. Maybe I should talk about it. Maybe I should change the title. See if we get a lot of people coming. Your boyfriend is in Seligman, Arizona. I've never even heard of Seligman. It must be a small town. So I know all the big towns in Arizona. I know your Flagstaff. I know your Phoenix, your Tempe. I know all of them. Kingman. Oh, where the Cars movie was created, huh? So it's like old Route 66, but everybody bypasses it now. But he still lives there, clinging to the olden days, shaking his fist at the highway. Curse you, modern transportation! Is that your boyfriend in a nutshell? Goals are for you? That's what I do if I lived there. I'd go stand by the side of the highway and hold a sign, "Get off the highway! Come to our town!" What's my favorite city or state? My favorite city is Mariposa, which is a county, not a city, but it's got a town. My favorite state is California because that's where I live. And I love where I live right now. Right now, this is like heaven, you know? Where I live in California is just pure heaven. The only time I feel otherwise is when I'm in a serious dopamine crash. Then I start thinking everything in life is shitty, even though everything's perfect. Isn't that terrible? It's really beautiful there in Arizona, in a small town. Yeah, it's good to live in a small town, man. Good to live in a rural area. Uh, I, yeah, we live in California, Mariposa, California. It's near Yosemite. I got national forest all around me, basically, except for that way. Arizona sunsets. Hate to break the news to you, goals are for you, but the sun sets no matter where you are. How did you live this long without even realizing that? I got some good sunset pictures in Hawaii. Hawaii's got good sunsets because you can see all the way to the horizon, you know. That kind of helps if you want to get a good sunset. Meanwhile, in Arizona, all the sunset views are blocked by saguaro cactuses. Likely story. I'm changing my mind now. I'm thinking the sun doesn't even set in Arizona. And nobody needs someone who's going to take predetermined sides no matter the issue. I like Miami because lots of bikini females. You might as well go to Rio de Janeiro. I think they don't even have tops on down there. It's just, uh, it's like an ocean of water leading directly into an ocean of titties. Bikini males are called Speedos. And Speedos, only gay people and Europeans wear Speedos. Everybody knows that. Ironically, gay Europeans wear regular swim trunks. Who'd have figured? Like, what are the Europeans thinking putting on Speedos? Just wear a pair of regular swim trunks, dude. You look ridiculous. I need to be more water dynamic, aerodynamic in the water. That's why I have Speedos on. Because I have to swim so fast. You think that's a fib? What, that only gays and Europeans wear Speedos? No, it's true. 100% true. There's not a single exception in the entire world. That's how true it is. So, better get used to it, Acacia. You better just get used to it. They have Loch Ness, Loch Bess, and Loch Yes. Loch Yes is always saying, "Sissy that walk," because he wants to be on the RuPaul's Drag Race. Okay, I'm gonna hand this over to you.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a quick shower,
Okay.
and then I think maybe we might do a little manicuring.
Sure, sounds
If
good.
you like it.
Yeah. Oh no, you fell. Praying mantis, do you need help? Oh, hey, Acacia. So I'm gonna ask for you guys' help. I'm sorry that I didn't say happy birthday on your birthday, Acacia. I actually have your birthday on my calendar. I didn't see. It didn't let me know, so I'm sorry that it's a belated happy birthday. But I'm glad you spent this silly time with Ruben. Raphael, your mom's beautiful. Hey. Okay, so I need help choosing a lipstick color. So I'm gonna make a poll, and you guys can vote based on the name. Some of the names are boring, so like I feel like they're not gonna be as popular as like, yeah, they're not gonna be as popular. We'll see. Based on name only. Which lipstick should I wear? Oh shit. No, I ended it. Ah, hold on. See, I'm like not good at multitasking. Based on name only. Which lipstick should I wear? Cafe, mocha, taupe, or warm teddy? It like shows like the snowfibs.gov. Winston's mom, I bought a bunch of like autumn colored you can ask me anything. I don't know anything about Charlie Kirk. I don't know who he is. I am now begging to aging you. Thank you. What? Like, honestly, how do I make such a mess just by doing 2 things? Thanks, Show Media. Like, I don't know what I just dropped. No, I'm not removing the polls. I want to know. I need help. I can't decide. It is extra black. No, I didn't drop my Mentos. I think I dropped the clicker thing. No, you do not, Trouble. You do leave that praying mantis alone. Look at this right now. He's looking at the praying mantis. I don't know if you can see the praying mantis. See that little green thing? That's the praying mantis. He better leave him alone. That's the rumor, Raphael. That's the rumor. Or the stereotype. You leave him alone. Thank you, Trouble. Leave him or her alone. I don't know. Leave it alone. Whoa. You guys are really close to me. There we go. No, 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 no. Yes, go inside. Aren't praying mantises like rare? As in like you shouldn't kill them? Yeah, like not in like I remember as a kid being told not to kill them because they're rare. I heard it's good luck when they cross your path. But maybe bad luck to kill them. Okay, so they're not endangered. Maybe they are rare. I don't know where it went. It's gone. But I haven't seen a praying mantis in years. It's nice. I've seen ladybugs here, and I really love seeing ladybugs. So, Eric's taking a shower. So what do you guys like to do during the autumn? It's almost autumn. It's not autumn yet. On the 22nd, it's the fall equinox? It's officially autumn on the 22nd. But what do you guys like to do in the fall? I just like fall clothing and makeup. I think fall clothing and makeup is like the best. You know, like you could wear like jeans and like a sweater, but you don't have to wear a coat. Eric's sleeping. Showering. Oh, well, speaking of rodents, Capillo brought in a mouse last night, and oh, right, I love fall clothing too. It's just like, yeah. Okay, see you in a bit. Mrs. Mom says, fall is my favorite time of year. I would love to be going to Manhattan to see the shows open. Oh, is it a big time for shows to open? No, he's not pooping. He's showering. He might be pooping. He might have pooped before. But I'm not with him. We're not with him right now. So he wants me to take over. I like the crispness of the air too, and the color of the leaves when they change. You've never been to a Broadway show media? The best way to go if you're looking to save money is go on a tickets line in Times Square. I think they have one in Times Square and a couple of other locations. And you can get like day of tickets to see a show. October is a fantastic month to see shows in New York City, says Winston's mom. They have small runs pre-opening, and that's when I like to go. Oh, that's cool. I don't know, Raphael. I don't check if there is. I don't think I would like it. It might overwhelm and stress me to stand on a tickets line. You could get like tickets online, like literally off the internet. I want to see Book of Mormon. That's the only play that I want to see right now. I've seen a lot. I used to go to a lot of Broadway shows. I was lucky as a kid. My dad really wanted us to get a feel for what New York City is like. So when we were younger, our first show that we ever saw was Beauty and the Beast, I believe, on Broadway, and it was really great. So we continued, like my parents saw that we responded well to going to Broadway shows, so they did more. No, I don't want to talk about that because it's sad, it's disturbing, and I don't know who Charlie Kirk is. So, and I don't think all the facts are out yet. Like, they don't know who did it. They don't have the perpetrator. But I'm sorry. Argil Sinakori. Sorry. I mean, you could talk about it with the people in here, but I don't know. Well, that's really sad. I think it's really, really sad. That's interesting. When show media, Charlie Kirk is snake shot in a snake gear. Usually, oh, well, I mean, I'm a big human rights person, so I don't think anyone should die over their beliefs like that, like murdered over their beliefs. I really hope it wasn't an LGBTQ plus community member because they're already under such scrutiny. Yeah, it's the year of the snake. But it's supposed to be bad for the opposite sign. It's supposed to be like a difficult year for the pig, which is Eric's year. And I wouldn't say that Eric is really having that bad of a year at all. The worst thing that happened was when we were on our way to Vegas, having the the tire blowout. Yeah, I feel for his family too. I mean, that's how I feel about anyone who gets assassinated or, murdered. There's it. It's really bad. It shouldn't be that way. There should not be glorification of murder at all. Yeah, and then you're the horse for me. And you, show media. Yeah, so Charlie Kirk was apparently a snake in Chinese zodiac. On Eric? Has anyone been in to check on him? Eric? Or snakes are also supposed to be very refined. And I heard somewhere too that if you have a snake that lives in your house, a snake person, that your fridge will never go empty. And I found that true with my mom. My mom is a snake. And she always had our fridge stocked, like always. Kirk was a rooster. Show media, is this true? What's true? No, SB Uni, I really do think that Show Media was saying that he was a snake because of the Chinese astrology. Oh, so he's a rooster. I don't know what to say about roosters in the snake year. I would think that they would be fine. It's not a big... I don't think roosters and snakes have big conflict. I don't know what group they're in, snakes and roosters. The weather is really pleasant. I'm being over dramatic with the cardigan. I don't really need it. But it's like, I don't know, let me see. I'm gonna check my phone to see the temperature. It's gonna get hotter. Today's just an odd day. It's 74 right now. My mom is a vengeful person, and like snakes eat mice, so sometimes I feel like she would just like gobble me whole. But I did see her this year. My mom. I think I heard that like snakes and rats are like kind of neutral. But I don't know. I don't like there's something like because snakes are so like refined and like put together, they see rats as being kind of ratty, like knotty hair, like not as put together. Oh, Hulk Hogan was a snake. My mom had a tough year in terms of like weather. She lives in South Carolina, and I know roosters and rats don't get along. The weather in South Carolina was really rainy and muggy and hot, and she did not like it at all. So that's like the toughest thing that happened that I know of to my mom. She wasn't able to go on her walks. I agree, Agrilla. I agree. Club ENTP is a rooster. But roosters and pigs are supposed to get along. So, you know. And it's not, like, roosters care about appearance too, because they are show-offs. Like, they like to cluck. Yeah. I think I read that roosters and pigs get along. They're in the same like three thing category. Pigs, roosters, and something else. Not sheep. Maybe sheep? You know how like rats are in the same thing as monkeys and dragons? Pig, goat, and rabbit. Oh, I see. Rooster, snake, and ox. Okay. Alright, so they don't really have much to do with each other, rooster and pig. I just thought that rooster and pig got along because Eric was married to a rooster? Yeah, to a rooster for a while. Does Chinese zodiac topple over Western astrology? I don't think so. I think it's just an addition to Western astrology. And the thing is too, because Chinese astrology doesn't only have the year, they have the Bazi birth chart, which includes the year, the month, the day, and the hour that you were born. And the day is the most important part. The year represents the collective unit of your being. It's like how you are like in general and in society. And then the month stands for something else too. And then the day represents you. And I think hour represents like children and stuff. I honestly I talk about astrology because it's fun, but like you can't like run your life based on astrology, because if you do, you're going to limit yourself in a lot of ways. Because rooster and snake are close in Chinese astrology, my intuitive mind mixed up Charlie as a snake. You're welcome, SB Uni. I've studied astrology for not like 10 years. Well, Western astrology I've studied since I was like 8. No, it's not to take seriously. It's really not. But see, it also freaks me out. So like Eric wants to go to Norway. So listen to this. Okay. Eric wants to go to Norway and Japan, right? Those are 2 places on his, I'm not an astrologer, I've just studied it. So he wants to go to those 2 places. Those are 2 places on his list that he'd like to go. So I looked at my location astrology, and fucking Norway and Japan, like especially Tokyo, Tokyo, Japan says like your relationship, you'll be ending relationships in Tokyo. You'll have like a new sense of life and meaning to things, but your relationship is bound to end. And then in Norway was another thing, like you'll begin to question your relationships. And I'm like, I don't want to fucking go to like Tokyo and then like have astrology be true and then us break up. Like it fucking makes me nervous. Yeah, I've heard Norway is beautiful. It's just I'm suspicious. I'm scared that if I go there, that something that we'll get into a big fight or something. I read it on a website. Hold on, I'll bring it up. It's called astro.com, and you could do astrolocation, and you could do it all over the world, and you can see what places benefit you and what places don't benefit you. So I'll bring it up. I'll show you. Get away, fly. Astro.com. Messages. I got messages. Okay. Okay, so you go to free horoscopes. I don't think you could see it. And then you go to location astrology, AstroClick travel, and then I go to Rachel LaPelosa, go, and then it shows you, all the lines mean different things for your compatibility with areas in the world. I can't read your future. I don't have your birth info, and I don't really think it does much to tell this future, to be honest. So let me tell you, here we go. We're going to look at Tokyo, Japan for Rachel LaPelosa, because that's where Eric wants to go. Why isn't it zooming in? Like, God, this site is so ghetto. I mean, it's free, so. Damn, what the heck? All right, there we go. There we go. Tokyo. Tokyo for Rachel LaPelosa. CS line. Your relations along this line undergo a re-evaluation period. If you have decided to opt for separation or solitude, a stay in these regions can soon produce positive results. Good contact can be made with elderly people. In other respects, your interpersonal relationships tend to be sober and matter of fact. There is an air of seriousness and a sense of duty. This is not the place for sympathy or pleasant surroundings. Morally conservative ideas and the firm belief that traditional values influence your intimate and erotic desires. Reasonable pragmatism dictates the terms of your partnerships. With Saturn on the descendant, you tend to project your own personal problems onto others. You could therefore experience a difficult time with your partner. If mutual understanding is blocked, accusations can threaten the nature of your relationship. You should behave non-judiciously in your business dealings. You may damage your reputation. That doesn't sound fun at all. That doesn't sound fun at all. So basically, sober, matter-of-fact dealings. I'll be morally conservative in my ideas. And I'm going to be projecting my personal problems onto other people. And there might be misunderstandings in my relationship. Like, that doesn't sound fun. I don't want to do that. And then for Norway, if we go to Oslo, it's not good either. Let's see. Norway. Come on, work. Okay, so Oslo, right? Chiron/DS line. These regions, the main theme of your daily learning is the different aspects of interpersonal relations. You meet new people who fascinate and greatly impress you with their diversity. Perhaps you will fall in love and start an intense, unusual friendship, which is very different to your previous experience. However, there is a hidden tendency to subtly convince your partner of your own convictions and demands. Along this line, you gain direct contact with your shadow side. Great. Discover dark and unresolved aspects to your polarity. Great. You undergo an alchemical process which is open-ended and unpredictable. However, you are not trying to find a happy ending, but rather get to the bottom of your repeated relationship failures. Great. You might even undergo a painful separation experience, loneliness and isolation. Chronic influences will continue to confront you with your own projection of weakness and woundedness. These experiences lead to understanding of your own problems and form the basis at a larger stage as of assisting with questions about partnerships. In particular, psychologists, therapists, and marriage counselors benefit great from this greater understanding. That doesn't sound fun. That doesn't sound fun at all. And the places that I like sync with, all right, so apparently, the places that in the world I will have to, like, just reading it makes me nervous. I will have to absolutely suspend my knowledge and just go. But the thing is, I have my Venus line goes over Ireland, and it also goes over, there's like good aspects over South Korea. South Korea, I don't want to go to because weed is like extremely illegal. And I don't want to be in a place where I can't smoke weed. Like, fuck that. Like, I don't want to get arrested for weed. And I don't want to drink. Drinking is huge in South Korea. 10 years ago, I had a friend who went there. And she said that people get so drunk that they, like, lay in the street at night. And people just, like, accept it. It's just bad. I'm not into that. And Ireland is also a very, I think they drink a lot, and Eric doesn't want to go there because of that. So it's like we both have places that we want to go to. Like I don't want to go to South Korea, but I do want to go to Ireland, and Eric doesn't want to go to Ireland because of the drinking. So, um, just like, can we not travel? Like, let's just not travel. Although I will say, that the location astrology for both me and Eric in New York is really good. But Eric doesn't want to go to New York because he doesn't want to run into any of my exes. And you think that, like, New York is like a big place, but it's. There is a possibility of running into his exes, which is sort of like not fair, right? Because I'm always going to be seeing his exes. Like, I'm not going to be seeing Kimberly, but I'll be seeing, what's her name and what's her name? Candace and Melinda, because they're still in, Delilah's life. No, I haven't dated most of the New York population. No. But I don't even think he wants to like meet like old friends or anything like that. Like when you think you're not gonna meet, you bump into people, that's when you bump into them. I don't mind him meeting old friends. I mean, old exes, I don't know anything about where they're living or anything. He's jealous, Alec T. And it's not like I'm not jealous. Like, Melinda is very attractive and she's around my age, and so is like Candace. Candace is like an ESFJ, so I know living with her was probably difficult, but living with an ISFP, his conflictor type Melinda, like he even says he didn't like her. I think just that, feeling jealous, like, and then like comparing yourself and also wondering how it was, even though I always, like, there's a reason why the people in my past who I've dated are in my past. Like, I was talking to Kami yesterday about a guy who I dated who clearly, like, just didn't, I don't think he liked me really as a person. There's a couple of boyfriends who I don't think really liked me as a person, but dated me anyway. And so the dude, like, one night we were on a double date and I was really feeling myself and I wanted to wear this dress that was like off the shoulder. It's kind of like a mini dress. It went down to my knees, and then I wore knee-high boots. And he said, blah, 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 you look like a whore. And I was like, oh my God. And then the same guy who called me a whore, we were in the city and we were getting like roasted nuts from one of those carts. And the guy at the cart was like, oh, your girlfriend's beautiful. And he got so angry. So I really dodged a bullet with that one. And then the other one who hated me, he just treated me like shit. Winston's mom, I should not weigh in here, but I'm gonna anyway. Rachel, avoiding NYC because you may have an ex there is equivalent to asking to avoid LA because you know his exes are there. That's how I feel. I know it's a double standard because, like, I am going to be seeing, like I said, I'm going to be running into Eric's exes in LA when there's, like, parties for Delilah, I'm going to be seeing Candace and Melinda, because they're both in Delilah's life. Alex T says, yeah, it would be false praise of them to be jealous of people you've rejected and put in the past. Oh my God, yo. I'll tell you guys this. I had a dream about an ex-boyfriend who he was like one of my first like long-term relationships. And I had a dream about him, and he like, I woke up from the dream feeling so bad because he treated me like crap. Like, we were on and off again. I had to lie to my friends about him because my friends didn't like him. He was always trying to get me to change, to be other people. Show Media says, I think Eric doesn't think he'll run into your exes. He just is using that as an emotionally comfortable excuse with a small amount of truth in it. I believe him. I believe him that he doesn't want to see my exes. I don't bring up my exes because I have an attachment to them. I have stories about exes because I've lived life, and like, if it wasn't my friends that I was doing something with, I was with a boyfriend doing it. So like, I don't go out right away and say like, oh yeah, like me and Billy used to do this all the time. Like, it'll be like for instance, we watched Antiques Roadshow, and they went to the Raleigh Art Gallery, and I used to live in Raleigh with Billy, and I was like, oh, I recognize this place. And I was like, because, and Eric was like, why? And I was like, oh, because when I lived in Raleigh with Billy, we went there. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I don't talk about exes because Alex T says, yeah, you don't really talk about them. Sometimes people ask you questions where you have to mention exes because they were involved in those particular experiences. Exactly. And I'm not gonna lie and say it was like a friend. But like, the thing is that he doesn't even like hearing about things they've done in the past with friends too. Like, if it were up to Eric and me, we would have been together from like kids, since we were kids. But the truth is that if we had met when we were younger, I don't think we would have lasted, because Eric didn't know cognitive functions. I didn't know cognitive functions. I was very passive aggressive and neurotic in relationships when I was younger. And he didn't gain the emotional maturity that he had when he was younger. He didn't have emotional, like, he tells me about Melinda and stuff, how Melinda like would always say, but my feelings count, and Eric would have fights with her saying that your feelings are not, they don't hold any weight in this argument. I mean, it used to make me it's not like he doesn't talk about his exes. He does. I just accept it because I realized that they were, and I used to get jealous, and maybe because I don't see them on a daily basis, like I'm not, but like, like Eric was with Candace for a long time, and like when we first were together, I was like, oh my God, like she must have like catered to him like so much, like, and like he still has trouble saying that him and Candace had a bad relationship. She was manipulative. She knew what she was doing. So I don't like her. And I don't like Melinda because she physically abused only once, but she punched Eric, and I am like, oh my god, that makes me want to punch her. You're right, Alec T. Accepting a person whole means accepting they've had a life before you. Relationships can totally be solipsistic. Well, Eric was a drunk, and Candace wouldn't say anything about it. So she manipulated him because he knew that at any point she could be like, that she could be like, oh, well, you're drunk all the time. But because she was able to like take advantage of the fact that he was an alcoholic, you know, she still argued with him. But once he made changes in his life, once he stopped drinking, she tried to pull the same shit, and he was like, oh no, like, no. So, but they were together for a long time, so I think, like, I'm like, oh my god, like, they, you know, just, you picked Taupe. Warm Teddy is the winner. And the thing is, too, the exes I have in my life are exes for a reason. Like, I wouldn't go back to them at all. Like INFJ door slam is really a thing. Like, I don't harbor any, like, lingering feelings towards, you know, relationships that I had in the past that, you know, I learned and I grew from them. Like, I learned how to communicate more. I learned to express my needs. I learned that communication is really important, but ultimately, like, I wasn't happy in some of them, and then in some of them the guy wasn't happy. So, and like, I was a lot, like, I know a lot of people don't like Carrie Bradshaw, but in the first 2 seasons I was a lot like her in my teens and in my 20s. Like yeah. Right, Alec T. If a person cannot speak of their past, how can they share what they won't learned? I just can't even imagine going back to any of them because they didn't really love me. Like, they all ended for a reason. You know, I did so the ex that I had the fucking nightmare, it was a nightmare because I woke up feeling like such crap. The boyfriend that I had, the ex-boyfriend that I had the dream about, he and I were on and off for like 2 years, and it was exhausting, and he was constantly like not happy with me. Thank you, Alec T. Like, you're reading my mind. You get what I mean. Like, I'm over. I don't. Like, I'm so happy and I feel so fulfilled in this relationship. Well, when I was young and I was like going back and forth in a relationship, like it was because I got my worth. I thought my worth was through relationships because I'm in Enneagram, I'm an SX type. So I really dive deep into my relationships. Hey,
Hi, beautiful.
how was your shower?
It was very nice, thank you.
You smell good.
Did I use soap?
You use soap?
I used real soap.
Wow, how classy of you.
Yeah. A lot of times these days people just go, they're lucky they even get water on themselves. Sometimes they just stand underneath the shower head and just kind of go like this with their hands. So I took a pretty full blast shower. I'm chugging this road trip out in the bathroom.
Oh, good for you.
But we should have a piece in the closet that's reasonably dry. Of number 8. Piece of number 8.
Oh, you're numbering them.
Since I don't know what they are yet, I'm going this side to that side.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1 is the most ready. 8's the second most ready.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, show me, I cannot claim to be zestfully clean. Are you looking for a lighter?
No, my phone.
That's my armrest, I guess. I didn't use zest, but you could say I became suavely clean. Because I used suave. Not just any flavor. I used clarifying, cleansing, suave.
Yeah, has no sense name, but you know you get clean.
Its scent is clear and clean. So, time is it? 3:15. I think let's, or I'm going to anyway. Rachel doesn't have to. She could just continue streaming if she wants to. But I'm going to get a branch and do a little manicuring.
I'd like to still stream.
Okay, cool. You can stay out here. Or you can sit inside with me or whatever.
Well, I was thinking maybe we can stream and manicure at the same time.
Oh yeah, sure. I just know that the last time we streamed a manicure, I found myself just falling into the silence of manicuring. But
Oh.
that's fine. You know, when you are serving a tight-knit audience of 7, then they probably understand what they get when they come here.
Yeah. Y'all, that was like super fast, your blood sampling doing.
I sampled my blood. It's fine.
That's good. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
We think that Eric and I have the same blood type. We're both type O, which is actually very helpful.
We can give each other transfusions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we could.
If we were born on a Friday night, we can just, when my blood going out into you and your blood going back into me, and we just
Like
switch
some-
blood.
Yeah.
We just switch our bloods out for each other. And I'd be like, oh my God, why am I wondering so much about my seasonal color palette?
Oh, it's just like one like bio like that. They used to check my blood at the place that I used to be held captive at.
Yeah.
But I don't like needles and I don't like my blood taken, so there was like a bunch of times that I skipped it.
But then how are they going to know if you smoke pot?
Well, that was urine.
Oh, that was urine.
But blood was to like for my lithium to see
Oh.
how my liver was doing. Which
So they actually had a reason to take
yeah,
blood.
they did. They did. I just didn't want to because I don't like needles.
Chris, what's that noise?
I always tell people like who are taking my so this is warm teddy on me, by the way. Yeah, lithium is bad for the liver. Oh my god, no. No, I wouldn't. I don't want to pull an Angelina. No, I don't want to do an Angelina Billy Bob thing. They could have that. You've been. Well, that's surprising that your doctor doesn't do liver checks for you. Or like dosage amounts of, like, how are you drinking lithium? That's usually enough. Lithium tests here and there. I was supposed to do it every other month, I think, but like I said, I don't like my blood being taken. I pass out sometimes, so. A metabolic test, huh? It tests how your metabolism is doing. Oh my god, I look away. I always tell people who are taking my blood too, I'm like, I've passed out in the past. So, just so you know, I look away. I can't look at it. I mean, I've gotten better. Sometimes I do look at it, but I don't like needles. Your mom's like that? Yeah, Gail, exactly. That's exactly what happens to me. Even like it doesn't even have to be like it could be on screen, right? Like if they're like the movie Train Spotting, I can't watch because they're injecting themselves like a lot of the movie and it makes me sick. Same thing with Requiem for a Dream. Like when they at the ends, it's too much for me. Shots I'm okay with. Needle injection, like when they take the blood, is when I get dizzy. So this is warm teddy on me. I think it looks nice. It's a nice neutral. I started finding draws fun for the first time. The first time I was hospitalized because it was something to do. Oh my god, the last time I was hospitalized, not the last time, the time before. They woke me up at like 3 in the morning to get my blood drawn, and they're drawing my blood, and I like lost my vision. I was like, I can't see anything. Like I'm blind right now. And they were like, okay, go, we'll take her blood, like do it fast. I don't know if I like lost my sight because it was like traumatic, so like my brain was going into like hypervigilance mode, or like I just didn't have the right yes, it's warm Teddy, Winston's mom. Like draw my blood fast. Fucking dumbasses. Like, why the fuck would you wake someone up at 3 in the morning before they've eaten to draw blood? Like, it just seemed insane to me. Another time I actually did, like, pass out. It was just, my experiences in psych wards has not been great. The one in California was good. I know sometimes they want it to be early because they don't want you to be eating, but they woke me up from my sleep. Like it just didn't make sense to me. I was just like, this is really fucking bad. And like once I lost my vision, I was like, oh my god, I have to tell them something. I have to tell them that this is happening because like this is not normal. Like it's not normal for me to lose my vision. 6 p.m., huh? It was every other day for 6 p.m. Oh, for the first time. Wow. First hospital was the best. I didn't know how good I had it. Being hospitalized can feel so terrible. Like you're just waking up to reality. You finally get the sleep that you need. But like you wonder what's going to happen to your life after the hospital. Oh, we didn't have radios or anything. We could watch movies and TV, but like I don't even like thinking about it. Like last time I was in the hospital in California, I was like I was afraid of losing Eric, like because people when you have like a manic episode get creeped out, they get scared. I have family members who are scared of me. I didn't know how long it would take for me to get out ever, but my insurance only kept like my insurance would only let me be in there for like maximum a week, I think, maybe 10 days. And then they had to let me go because of the insurance.
Yes, you were only allowed to be using the cash cow for no more than 10 years.
Yeah. I understand that, Gail. Well, like the last time I had a manic episode, I thought my cousins were in porn and I was like disgusted by them and my aunt and uncle. And I thought they were in the garage and I fucking squirted down. It's so embarrassing.
You were insane, it's not your fault.
Good for you, Gail. When I'm manic, I, I post a lot. 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 I post a on social media. There's a part of me that likes being manic. But it's not worth it. It goes downhill so quickly. Sleep is really important. You wanted to start a cult? I thought I was friends with like celebrities last time I had psychosis. Scary, scary stuff. I'm sorry to hear that, Gyal. I thought that I was friends with Brad Pitt. Weird. Let me tell you, I am not, and I will never be friends with Brad Pitt. Not because, like, I don't think I can meet him, but because, I mean, I don't think I can meet him, but, he seems like a fucking fuckboy. And a violent alcoholic. Disgusting. I don't like Angelina Jolie, but if he put his hands around her neck, like, that's fucking terrible. I don't care if you're drunk or not. What a terrible relationship they had. But he seems like he thinks he's like the man again. It's like, what, how old is he? Like 60 something? Right? Like he's 60 something now. Like, you're not the man. Yeah, Angelina is. She is a troublemaker. And I do believe that she, like, if you look at the movie that Angelina Jolie made called By the Sea, like, you could tell how bad of a relationship it was. And I think she was probably, like, physical, like, in the movie, she kicks him over and over again. And I think that she did, because she suffers from, like, depression and shit. And she told him that he couldn't smoke weed. So he, like, drank instead of smoking weed, and that's a problem. Like, I know that's a problem because I had to do that. Like, I would be tested for weed. So instead of smoking weed because I would get caught, I drank, and I drank too much because I wanted a head change. Oh, cool. We're going to do it out here? How nice.
Yeah, I'll get the little snippers in a second. Let me just pull these big leaves up.
I don't care if you're... Even if she did instigate Brad Pitt to, like, fight with her, there's no
excuse for violence.
No.
Except self-defense.
Right.
Or defense of others whose well-being
Well,
is in danger because of But that's not the case with Brad Pitt at all.
No, it wasn't. You said he was totally fucking wasted, right?
He was just being a drunk.
Yeah.
He's just a bad drunk. I was a bad drunk, but I never got physical. I was a depends drunk, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I was pleasant enough, but I tended to start a lot of arguments, I think.
He might really feel bad for what he did. He really could, but like
Can't shake the devil's hand and say you're only kidding.
He doesn't talk about his shame enough.
Right. If it's a genuine mistake that prompted him to significant changes, like drove him to get sober or something, then you say, well, that was his bottom and it wasn't okay, but you can trust him potentially to not be like that in the future because he's not drinking anymore.
Yeah.
Or and obviously he took it seriously enough because it made him quit drinking. If he didn't quit drinking and he's still just kind of trying to play like the, well, you know, things are complicated, then fuck him.
Yeah. Yeah, she said, like, apparently when they were together, she said, I have a drug problem. You can't smoke weed.
That's fucking ridiculous.
So he went to alcohol instead and became an alcoholic. So they were just toxic.
If she has
together.
a drug problem, then why is it okay for him to drink alcohol? Alcohol is just as much of a drug as anything else.
Seriously. Because she could.
I see. All right, let me get the little tremors.
You know, and I haven't heard any reports of him being very remorseful for the things that he's done. Like, he just like parades around. I think he's like dating Anna de Armas right now, and he's just like, I'm the man. Like, alcohol is different for everyone. I don't like alcohol. I get really bad hangovers. And like, even like, I get really bad hangovers. I can't do it anymore. I don't think they're dating anymore. Hold on, let me check. I don't think they're dating anymore. Let me see. Oh, never mind. Inez de Ramon. I thought it was Anna de Armas recently. I don't know why. Whatever.
Which one you want, curved or straight?
Curved. I haven't had curved in a while. Thanks.
Okay. Let me hook you up with this bad boy.
Ooh, thank you.
I'm gonna get these little ones first. Get these out of the way. These are what you call smalls.
Yeah, they are small. What do we call them? Lollipops last time?
Oh, they're smalls. They're just things that like, they're just little afterthought buds from the bottom of the plant, you know. They're still perfectly good, but they, not a lot of bud for a lot of manicuring, you know.
Yeah. People still want Jennifer Aniston and Brad Pitt to be together, but I think she dodged a bullet.
I still think she should be with David Schwimmer.
I do too.
You know, just make life be like art.
Yeah. People would totally be like happy about that.
Maybe David Schwimmer's already in a relationship, though.
I don't know. Maybe he might be.
He doesn't seem to be in the tabloids very much.
No, he doesn't.
Maybe he is not one of the awful celebrities.
Let me see. Matthew Perry was in love with her. They would have made a good team, I think. When I read that when Matthew Perry was probably on drugs and drinking a lot, he said specifically drinking, Jennifer Aniston like called him out and was like, we know what you're doing.
Stop being a douchebag.
Yeah, kinda.
Goodness gracious, the Tito's got me feeling fucked up. It's ostentatious and fucked up.
Baby No Money is a character. How he is not, how he like is like not at the VMAs is like insane to me.
Yeah, unless he rejected it or something.
No, I can't see him
I don't see him
rejecting
rejecting
it.
it
No.
He's like the hottest thing in the world right now.
Yeah.
You don't get any hotter than Baby No Money.
No.
He is in his creative prime for sure. And he's making all kinds of shit.
Constantly.
Yeah, constantly.
Sorry, I'm making a mess.
That's fine. I'll sweep it up when we're done. I don't plan to. Don't need to be perfect about it. Get away, little bug.
No, there's a lot of little flies out here.
And they insist on being out here even though they know I don't like them.
So, no, Brad Pitt is not a hero. He's definitely not a hero. Yeah, he did protect Gwyneth Paltrow from Harvey Weinstein, and I think that was great, except that he worked with Harvey Weinstein after that. So, like, hello, where are your priorities? He obviously doesn't care. It's whatever's in his best interest. I don't know. He's just a fuckboy. Brad Pitt. And I heard that George Clooney and Amal Clooney have been fighting a lot.
Who's a mall Clooney?
She's
That's a lady?
a social rights
Lawyer?
lawyer. Yeah.
Civil rights activist? Civil rights
Yeah,
lawyer?
civil. Yeah. She's very smart, and that's what drew him to her. But they live like completely opposite lives.
I thought he was kind of like a permanent bachelor or something.
Well, it looks like he's looking forward to that again.
But you know, apparently he's not that much of a douchebag. You know how come I conclude that about George Clooney? Because of the way that they portrayed him in BoJack Horseman.
Oh.
He just seems like a goofball.
He likes to play pranks.
Yeah, that's so fucking dumb.
No.
What could be dumber than that?
Him and Brad Pitt would play like.
Let's take pranks on people.
Yeah.
Why? Why do you want to involuntarily include me in what's fun for you?
And they wouldn't even do it, like they would do it to each other. So one time Brad Pitt sent out a fake memo saying that for everyone on set to call George Clooney by like a really formal way, like Mr. Clooney or something.
Lord Clooney, sir.
Yeah, like something like that. And like George Clooney was like, what is going on? Like, but it worked. He had no idea, like, he just thought that people were being like standoffish towards him.
Or just like too Star Trek or something, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think I'd be a little Star Trek if I got to meet Steve from Star Trek Adventures.
Oh, that's legit. I'd be starstruck seeing anyone. I saw, like I said, a minor celebrity at a concert, and I was like, oh, I love your work. Like, I can't talk. I can't stop talking. I'm so excited to see you. It's just so lame. So lame.
Well, yeah, it depends on the person you're dealing with as to whether they think it's lame or not. You
That's
know?
true.
There are some people who are like me who always want people to come up to me and say, "I know who you are."
Well, that's the thing. I think so. Jessica Williams is who I saw, the anchor from uh, the Daily Show,
Get a word.
and she stood behind me at the concert that we were at, and she was like, "Oh, like she's cool. Like we can stand by them." Like I heard her say that. I was like, "Oh, that's cool. Like that's nice." Like she's not afraid to be like,
To stand by you.
yeah.
Well, she judged you correctly. You are cool.
I knew a lot of her work. I had just watched a independent film that she had made, and I was like, it was great. Like, you know, I still sounded like a nerd.
That's fine. They use people who are actually famous who use people fanboying on them a little bit.
That's
And
true.
if they're decent people, then they recognize that they have the same capacity within them too. You know.
That's true.
Sometimes people fanboy on me a little bit at the beginning of typing session. I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm actually talking to you. But I just go, yeah, you'll get over it. It's not that exciting.
Well, I just. Okay, so the double standard with Charlize Theron bragging about banging a 22-year-old, that's like pretty gross. Like, I mean, you don't have to brag about it.
I'm an old lady with a young stud.
Yeah.
Good for you.
The thing with Leonardo DiCaprio that makes it problematic is that he only dates like he brought his latest girlfriend to Jeff Bezos, which is like gross. Why did he go to that wedding? Ew. He's supposedly an environmentalist. Anyway,
Who's an environmentalist?
Leonardo DiCaprio. He used to talk about
He's a
global
shitbag, is what he is.
Yeah, he really is. Anyone who's friends with Tobey Maguire is
And Diddy.
and Diddy. Yeah, and Diddy.
Like Ashton Kutcher's two
Yeah,
best friends are both serial rapists.
Serial rapists. Like, how could you not be?
There's something wrong with you for sure. I don't mean to
Yeah.
judge by association, but if your two best friends are serial rapists,
And you wrote.
and you wrote in defense of one of them,
Mm-hmm.
not even naming or considering the victim at all.
Yeah, and I used to think that Mila Kunis was cool, but she clearly is not. Like,
She better understood than he did how badly that messed with their image.
you could
so.
tell. You could tell.
He was still wanting to be all mad about it.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't get it at all.
No.
What a fucking douchebag.
I used to think she was cool. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if she's just delusional.
Been stuck as a celebrity for so
Yeah.
long, she's forgotten how to be human.
Yeah.
Okay, these bad boys are good to go. Is that one good too? All right, look at us. Pow, pow.
No, it's not a good look, SB Uni. And so I liked Mila Kunis because there's this interview of her with Justin Timberlake. They were promoting their movie together. And they were in Russia and someone was making fun of Justin Timberlake, and she speaks Russian, so she defended Justin and she like spoke in Russian, like, who the hell do you like? Oh, like, you think you're smart? You think you're so smart making fun of this guy? Or she talked back, so I was like, wow, like, she's cool, but being with Ashton Kutcher makes her a lot less cool. So Leonardo DiCaprio went to Jeff Bezos' wedding with his current girlfriend, who is shockingly 27, and he hasn't broken up with her. Like, he's known for being with 25-year-olds, and once they turn 26, he dumps them. But Brad isn't like Leonardo DiCaprio, though. Angelina wanted to adopt all those kids, and Brad went with it. Seems like a generally good guy. And sad that Angelina Jolie turned their daughter against him. I don't think it's right that. But here's the thing: are they turning? I don't know if she's turning them against him, or what happened in the airplane was so devastating that the kids want to stay away from him. Because I could relate to that. Like, I not relate, but I could understand that, because that was a violent act. He had
And the thing is, there's absolutely no way that Melinda ever would have been able to keep me away from Delilah. It just would have been impossible, right? Like, I would have been fighting tooth and nail for me to have full coverage, full custody.
Yeah.
Oh, you fucking fly!
I just think that, like,
If he was really a committed father, he wouldn't. There's no way his kids would be distanced from him.
right, and like so distanced that they're like erasing his last name from their name. They're taking.
I'll step on that.
I don't think there's any kids that are Pitts anymore. Like, if Brad Pitt was more like, you know, vulnerable. Look, I think that Angelina Jolie is insane. Like, honestly, if you see the movie By the Sea that she made about their relationship, her and Brad Pitt, you'll see he's a fucking drunk and she was depressed and fucking resented the shit out of him. They weren't good together, and they're not good separately either. Just don't think, I don't know. Just see him on the red carpet, I'm like, guy thinks he's still the fucking dude. Like,
You can't both be an alcoholic practicing and healthy in a relationship.
no.
Alcohol is just too much of a drug, you know, it's too much of a hardcore drug.
Yeah, just be a stoner. Just be a stoner. You're not gonna put your hands around. God, I don't
But
know.
of course, it has to do with who you are, too. Like I said, no matter how drunk I was, blackout drunk, whatever, I never put my hands on anybody. I'm a talker, not a fighter, I guess, you know?
Yeah.
I might have started lots of arguments, but or be very easily baited into them. My ex-wife was very good at
Beating you.
baiting me, and I was drunk, so I had zero
Oh,
chance
shit.
of defending myself.
Melinda?
Against that. No, Candace.
Candace, yeah. Dude, I'm not happy for him that he's out of the relationship. I just feel like he wants to sweep everything under the rug, and he's not as good of a guy as whatever. Just whatever. You can have your opinion, you're entitled to it. I used to be a Brad Pitt apologist because I was like, that's so fucked up that she says that he can't smoke weed. Like, that's really fucking lame. But
it's even more lame that he thought it was okay to accept that condition, right?
yeah,
Like, listen, bitch, I'm a weed smoker. If you don't want to be with a weed smoker, then you don't want to be with
then
me.
they should, I know they, you know. Like in the movie By the Sea, like he comes home from like trying to write and he's been at the bar all day and she's like resentful and he'll lay down and she'll lay down next to him. She was kicking him with her feet. I just don't think that they were toxic. They're both two toxic people.
It's hard to be in Hollywood that long and stay normal, and probably they weren't that normal to begin with.
No, I don't think they were.
It seems to me like Angelina Jolie at least had modeled some poor relationship models, you know, if she thinks it's a good idea to come into a relationship setting ultimatums. I'm like, who thinks that's a good idea? All these shitbags.
She also was a homewrecker.
Yeah. And that one, the responsibility lay on the other parties. But
On him,
regardless, regardless, it's a terrible way to get into a relationship.
It's not good. It doesn't bode well for the relationship.
No. Nor for the character of the people involved.
No.
It doesn't speak well of that, I guess I should say. I mean, why should I be happy for him? Explain that one to me. Why should I be happy for Brad Pitt? I'm not saying he's a devil or anything, but why should I be glad that he's happy?
No,
I don't even know him.
He's fine.
What
He
the
seems
fuck do I
fine.
care how he feels?
No, he seems fine.
I could not care less about whether or not he's happy. I'm neither happy for him nor unhappy for him. Rachel had some more feelings about these things than I do, but
Yeah, I do.
I don't believe in being happy for random people. Like, unless it's a heartwarming story or something.
Like, I'm happy that, you know, it's interesting. I'm happy that Taylor Swift is engaged, but someone said, and it could be true, that Travis Kelce benefits more from the relationship than he benefits her because she wants to have babies and kids, and I don't know. Maybe she wants to slow down though. She's been like.
Well, I wouldn't call this dry, but let's see if I can cut off some dryish parts. Where is the driest part of this? Right there.
I don't like how emotional Travis Kelce gets when things don't go his way, like
What?
when he makes a bad play and stuff. I think he's a bit of a drama queen.
Well, you know. When you do that kind of competitive thing like football, everybody's got to have themselves as emotionally all into every play as possible. So I kind of get that.
I do too, because I probably would get emotional too.
He yelled at the coach and almost friggin' assaulted him. There's no such thing as almost assaulted him, okay? He did not assault him, so saying he almost assaulted him is ridiculous.
He got angry and he got up in his face. Like, that's what
But
happened.
that's not assault. So, it's clogged. I'm gonna give it a poke with a pen here. Try it again. Well, yeah, it was being confrontational at the coach during a football game, right? That's an appropriate place for confrontation to occur. It's not necessarily indicative of how he is in general. And he may be an ass. I'm not saying he's not. I'm just saying I don't think you can determine that from his competitive intensity in a football game. I think that's an unfair place to be judging whether or not someone's confrontational.
I mean, I'm not.
He might be, though. I don't know. But I'd need other evidence than that to buy into that.
This woman said that that Taylor Swift's career is gonna tank because
Because it's run its course. That's why.
I mean, really,
There's
it's
there's nothing else for her to do. She's not making good music. She's just doing a great job of managing a fan base, basically.
Yeah, she does do a great job at that. That's why people think she's an ESFJ, but honestly, like when she talks, she sounds so much like an ESTP.
Yeah, I think she's an ESTP myself. But you know, what do I know?
I know people think that I'm an INFJ because you just want me to be an INFJ.
Right.
So, you know.
Shit. Even though I didn't even type you that until I had been with you for a month.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that would be consistent, maybe, actually, with their perspective. But that's one of those situations where they're using their intuition about my motivations instead of actual data about you.
True. They think that you just want to be with an INFJ. So.
Yeah, which I just wanted to be in a good relationship, you know?
Yeah.
I am. You are an INFJ, but that's not the only reason this is a good relationship.
No. I think the combination of 7 and 9 is nice also, or our affects.
Yeah, although I would say the combination of 8 and 9 is nice.
The combination of 8 and 9 is nice.
Because I never really get mad. Because there's never any reason to get mad because you're not fighting back.
Well, I don't fight back, I cry.
Right, you're not pushing back.
No.
You're not trying to win when you shouldn't be.
No.
Right? Like
No.
that's it. If you want to make me mad, try to win when you shouldn't be winning.
And I also don't shut down the conversation either.
Right,
Like,
which would also drive me fucking
Yeah.
insane.
yeah.
But you also
7
don't concede things that you don't believe in either. So that's important too.
Yeah.
It's like you're a 9, you want to avoid the confrontation. That doesn't mean you're going to agree with me if you don't agree with me.
No, but I've learned that. I grew. I've learned to stand on my own 2 feet and realize that my opinion matters. Whereas, like, in the past, I would, like, even with friends, I would just go along. Like, I didn't really have a backbone, I guess you could say.
Just F you tool.
Yeah.
I don't need to have subjectivities.
I'll just have yours.
Yeah.
Like, really, though.
I'll just know what you want to do and thereby not annoy you.
Yeah, and I honestly think the combination of 7 and 6 is pretty nice too because you lighten things up for me.
Well, I worry too little, you worry too much. It adds up to the right amount of worry.
Right.
The right amount of worry. Because, you know, I could be a little bit like, oh, everything's going to be fine.
But and then I can also be like, oh my gosh, is this thing gonna happen just because this one thing I read or something, you know, like I continue with my worries of this expert said that couples who do this don't last. Like, do we do that? But it's good that I talked to you about it, and I'm glad that you accept me talking about it because I used to hold it in, like my worries, and then they would come out in like really snarky, passive aggressive ways, and I don't want to be like that. Like I don't find that to be appealing in a person's character.
Well, you know, I think our difficulties with dopamine crash and post Adderall bottle, I really do think it's it teaches a lot, even though we don't necessarily handle it well. But it teaches me a lot. Like I recognize how when I'm in a bad mood, or not necessarily a bad mood, like sleepy weeky, early and sleepy week or whatever, that I'm really quiet
Oh.
and I just don't have much to say. And blah,
Why
blah, blah,
have
blah.
I never put that
And
together?
I think that you read that as, you know, like you don't like the lack of input from me that you normally get.
Yes, I think that you're mad at me.
Right, but it's just I'm just being quiet because I'm brooding. It had nothing at all to do with you ever.
And then for me, I have a, like, tomorrow I'll have a dopamine crash. Like, it just, like, it happens very quickly for me. I think because I don't have that much dopamine. Like, I'm not a dopamine person, as Eric says. I'm a serotonin person. So when I have the crash of it, I cry. Things really affect me. Like, where things that I find informative and sort of like, oh, that stinks, but like, I'm pretty neutral towards it. I'll be super like, oh my gosh, like, life is so unfair. Why did it happen to this person? And they're going through so much, and I have it so good, and I don't recognize it sometimes, and I take it for granted, and I just weep.
Well, and sometimes we're not immune to blaming each other when we're in bad FI. But the thing is, I feel like that's something we can learn from. I feel like I learned from when I was mad at you in Oakhurst for no reason. Remember, because I was depressed and you weren't. You were sleeping too much or whatever it was I was saying. I it took me, you know, some chunk of time, half a day or so to process. Wait a second, this doesn't make any sense, because I was so in my FI, and why should I be blaming Rachel for my own inability to have fun? It's not like she's getting in my way, but we're so bad at FI, we tend to think maybe the other person has something to do with it if we're feeling really bad. Or at least we might have some kinds of expectations that we don't even voice.
I'll think that I'm not good enough for you.
Yeah, you like to think that sometimes.
I don't like to, but I do. So I'll get sad.
There's not something I can change your perspective about. I tell you the same thing every time.
I know you. That's all I
That's
need,
the
though.
point, is
But
that-
that's all I need, as long as you don't mind that.
Of course, no, I don't mind reassuring you. I'm just saying, only you can prevent forest fires. It's like my
I know.
SI, only I can prevent SI forest fires, except I can't prevent them. And you probably can't prevent your NI forest fires too.
My NI, definitely not.
I think that's what you're doing there, is you're doing this weird NI thing of
Yeah.
comparing yourself against other possible alternatives for me, which is not, there are no other possible alternatives.
I know. I realized that's what NI was when I was talking to Ruben R. And he was saying that he does that about himself. Like, he questions, he questions if he's an ENFJ, and he questions like different things, and I'm like, that's NI, and he's like, oh, that's NI. I'm like, yeah, like, I do that all the time. Like, I'm looking for outside information to tell me about myself or me about us. Like,
Right. Both. And so you've got in your head that one of us is a golden retriever and the other one's a black cat. And this is very meaningful to you, even though we're obviously both human beings.
you know why it's meaningful to me? Because it makes me feel like I'm I'm like a loser because all the gurus say like you want to be the black cat. Don't let him be the golden retriever. You don't want to be
I
the
don't
black
want
cat.
you to be mysterious. I don't want to be mysterious either.
Thanks.
That's the thing. I'm not remotely mysterious.
No.
So there's no way anybody could call me the black cat. Unless, of course, those words don't really mean anything, which is the case.
Yeah.
Is it really true that you're either like in a relationship or mysterious and aloof? No. You're sometimes a little bit of both. Sometimes mostly, hopefully, you're open and
No,
enthusiastic.
mostly
And
I am. I do.
Yeah.
Words of affirmation is one of my
who
top.
wants to be in a relationship with somebody who's moody and mysterious? Nobody.
Not really.
I feel safe because I feel I know and understand you, not because you're secretive, right? And
You would hate it. You would try to pull it out of me if I had a secret.
yeah. If you were being all like, what's on your mind, Rachel? I guess you'll never know.
Oh God.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. Hey, look at that tree over there. Isn't that
Yeah.
interesting?
Yeah.
Wait, are you just trying to change the subject on me?
You got even more suspicious, wouldn't you? Like it's like, what are you
I
hiding?
would just be like, why are you being this vault of secrets? I thought we were in a relationship. Do you want me to have a bunch of secrets for you? Everyone has secrets, Eric. Okay, get the fuck out.
No, I can't. I can't hide things from you.
GTFO, B. Get the fuck out, bitch. That's what I would say to that black cat.
Yeah.
I don't want to be, you know, intrigued by someone's mystery. Who wants that? How hard would you have to stay? How hard would you have to work to stay mysterious?
Seriously, I don't
in a
know.
long-term relationship.
I get some
We've been
people.
together now for 6 years, but Rachel's never seen my grundle. Put a piece of tape over it. Before we have sex.
Oh my
I like to keep a
God.
little bit of mystery. Is there something wrong with it, Eric? What's wrong with your grundle? I'm just being private, just being secretive.
You know, yeah.
Can you imagine? Like, why? That's not a value to uphold.
I
That's
don't
not a
know.
behavior one should aspire
That's
to
what
do.
this woman is spewing.
What?
She's like,
Yeah.
Women always be that black cat.
Okay. You know what? Maybe I'm gonna have to make a little video about this whole black
You
cat.
should
culture.
you should research the woman, like her specifically, because she loves to give her own advice to women.
What's her name?
Marquisa something.
Marquisa something something?
Yeah, Marquisa something.
She does have a cool name, Marquisa something something. I wish my last name was something hyphen something. That'd be a great last name. Or something something would be a great last name too. Like, what exactly does she propose people hide? Or keep secret? Never let your man see you without your makeup on. Like that kind of shit?
She might. Oh, here she is. Margarita Nazarenko.
Margarita Nazarenko.
29 minutes, 30, almost close to 30 minutes about why you should be a black cat and not a golden.
Retriever.
Become the black cat and have him chase you like a golden retriever.
Is that if you're just trying to start a dating, or is it for
No.
people who are in a relationship?
In a relationship, I think. I don't know.
Why would you want to ego hack your partner and manipulate him into doing things he wouldn't otherwise do? I don't know.
I don't know either. She convinced me though. She made me think. I'm like, oh my God, like I tell Eric how much I love him all the time. Like,
Now you're making me want to end this live stream. Go inside, watch some of this garbage
Yeah,
and then make a video response.
you
to
really
it.
should. Yeah, that's her, Margarita.
581,000 subs.
Yeah, I'm telling you, she's
Giving that kind of terrible advice.
she gives terrible advice, but like people listen. I don't know.
All right, that's it. Someone's getting a video.
We'll live stream after.
Yeah, we'll live stream again later. I'm gonna quit now for the stream, but I got some other things to do with this phone. We'll be back later. In the meantime, someone's getting my foot up her ass.